For your consideration today, we have the DCF887, the DCF850, and the new, all-powerful DCF860. Let's get this out of the box and see what's so special about it. Although we don't even need to open the box, do we? This is the special bit. So here she is, the 860, the all-powerful new beast. It comes with a belt clip and a bit holder. And before we look at this any further, we'll just compare some of the specs between these. The 887 here on the left, 3,800 impacts per minute at 3,250 RPM, same as this one here. Whereas the new 860, 4,400 impacts, that's 600 impacts more than these two. But like so many tool company websites, it appears to be wrong. Because it seems to have 4,500 impacts written on here, not 4,400. And 3,800 RPM, remember these two, 3,250. So she's much quicker and she's much more wacky. Lengthwise, you can see the one on the left, the 887, there's so many of these around, been around a long time. And they are coming in at 134 millimeters in length. And this one, when it came out, holy moly, did it sort of blow this away and every other impact driver in terms of size. 101 millimeters, tiny. So the new one, a bit bigger. It's grown since this one. This one, great for getting into tiny spaces and stuff. But this one coming in at 123, so in between these two. Although when we look at the tops, the 860 does look a little bit chunkier than the others. Chunkier than the 850 by a little bit, and the 887 much slimmer than these two. But with extra girth comes extra weight. Let's weigh the 887. Unfortunately, I don't have the belt hook on it, but the belt hook won't weigh that much. 1.264 kgs. The 850, 1.313 kgs. Slightly heavier. And this one, I can feel is much heavier. 1.48 kgs. So if we go back to this one, we're looking at about 200 grams, just over 200 grams. While we've got them in this orientation, let's check out the lights. 887, 850, basically the same, except this is sort of yellow and this is white, although on the camera it doesn't look that different. And the new one, ooh, significantly better, significantly brighter, 83 lumens of light. And you can turn that light on and off. It's got 4 different modes. Speaking of modes, the 887, 3 modes, 1, 2, 3. Number 1 being a sort of tech screw mode. The 850, exactly the same. Problem is, with both of these, they'll tend to just go in whatever mode they feel like. I bought 2 of these, and both of them within a couple of weeks. Just doesn't matter what speed you put it on. Oh, works at number 3. Let's see what this is going to do. See, 3 in no matter what speed you put it in. Take the battery off, put it back on, and there's a good chance all of a sudden it'll be going in speed 1. No, they're all going to be 3, are they? Sometimes they're backwards. No, they're all going top speed today. It's a very schizophrenic tool, as is a lot of these. This is just, there's very little quality control on these, it seems. Whereas the new one, we have changed somewhat here. So we've got the 3 modes still, but we also have a light button, and it's not a clicky switch. This makes a lot of people think this is like a positive action, like you're putting it in a gear, but it's just digital shit going on under here. So they may as well have always been like this. So 1, 2, 3 modes. It doesn't say that the number 1 mode is a tech screw mode or anything like that. We'll see when we have a play with it. But we have the light mode button, which I'm guessing is on 100% at the moment. Let's put it back in shot, might help, eh? It has 4 settings, the first one being 100% brightness, and it'll stay on for 20 minutes. Which is handy when you use these things underneath a house or in a roof or something, because you can use it as a torch as well as your impact driver. Push it again and you should get, see, not quite as bright. It's now on 50% for 20 seconds. Do we wait for the 20 seconds? Can we be bothered? So that second push in between is turned off, as you saw. How long's 20 seconds? Are we nearly there? Are we nearly there? Can I just waffle on for 20? There we go. And so if we now push it again, it's now 100% and should stay on for 20 seconds, and then it goes back to the beginning again, 100% for 20 minutes. So when it comes to the modes, in mode 1 we're doing 800 RPM, 141 Newton meters, which is a fairly sort of average impact driver max torque rating. because yeah, you know, like a mid-range to entry-level sort of impact driver, 141 Newton meters would be their top sort of setting. But then this thing comes into its own. In the second setting, this is now putting out 2,500 RPM and a max tightening torque of 242 Newton meters, which is very good. And the Impact Connect will then work on this thing. What's Impact Connect? Well, we'll maybe get to that later. And then in third mode, we are now taking things to another level. Impact Connect does not work on mode 3. Mode 3 is just brutal mode. This is 3,800 RPM, 282 Newton meters of fastening torque. 282 Newton meters. That is why I bought this impact driver. I mean, that number is huge. Now, you may say, oh, Ryobi's got 300 Newton meters and AEG and Rigid are like 280 something. It's like, yeah, but those numbers are bullshit. Those are from TTI, and Milwaukee's the top TTI impact driver, right? It beats AEG, Rigid, and Ryobi. Everyone knows that. Okay, it's been tested a million times on YouTube, and that's only rated at 229 Newton meters, I think. And it beats the 300 Newton meter one and the 285 or whatever. So if this is genuinely 282, it's going to smash everything. This is going to be the most powerful little impact driver on the planet. These two were already pretty powerful impact drivers, but this thing should blow these out of the water, as well as every other impact driver that you can get your hands on. I will of course be testing that soon, but in this video we're just testing these three. And let's do that, shall we? Enough talk. Let's see if this thing really can blast these two out of the water, so to speak. First up, I'm going to test them with these, the power stack batteries, the original 1.7 amp hour power stack batteries. And then after that, we'll jump up to the 5 amp hour power stack batteries. We'll drive some Simpson strong drive timber screws into some pine, some treated dry framing timber, and we'll start off with 5-inch. We'll jump up to 10-inch, and we'll see just how much difference there is and how big a jump the other companies are going to have to do to catch up to the new DeWalt. 887, the new 860, a couple of 5-inch screws. They have not had pre-drilled holes. Highest speed, 3, 2, 1. Holy shit. 860 in the left this time, 887. Same deal in 3, 2, 1. Which one do you think won? 850, 860. Let's go. In 3, 2, 1. Holy shit. 860, 850. In 3, 2, 1. Unbelievable. Do you need to see any more? I mean, wow. Right, let's double shit up. These are 10 inches long, 250 millimeters. 860, 887. 3, 2, 1. Woohoo. 850, 860. In 3, 2, 1. You're so unreliable. Let's try that again. Okay, 850, 860. Let's do this. 3, 2, 1. Oh, what, again? 3, 2, 1. So this 850 is too unreliable, so let's swap it out for a brand new 850. These things are just disposable toys, unfortunately. They're really cool, nice and small, plenty of power, but they just don't last. Oh, listen to the extra power of the 860. Okay, let's do this again. 850, 860. In 3, 2, 1. This thing is a beast. So this is like a battery test rather than the tool test. We're going to see if the 860 puts out any different power with any of these different batteries fresh off the charger. A 1.7 amp hour power stack, a 5 amp hour power stack, a standard 5 amp hour, and a 6 amp hour flex volt battery. Which one of these is gonna drive a 10-inch Simpson strong tie, strong drive, super duper timber screw the fastest? Well, you're about to find out. 3, 2, 1. Man, there's so much air coming out of this one. Well over double the air coming out of these two. Well, what an absolute smashing. This thing is, yeah, it's unbelievable. It has power to burn. And with those higher impacts, the vibration's quite good too. It's not too damaging for your arm and your elbow and your wrist and everything. So it's got the extra 600 impacts over these, and you can really tell the difference because it's, yeah, smaller sort of quick impacts and the vibration doesn't end up quite so jarring. What else do I need to tell you about these things? I did mention Impact Connect earlier, so if you're going to use Impact Connect tools, you just stick this on mode 2. Don't stick it on mode 3, it's a bit too powerful. So mode 2. What are Impact Connect? Well, they're a series of tools that sort of clip on the bottom here and are driven by your 1/4-inch hex chuck here. And they're tools like pipe cutters and metal shears and a few different things that you can clip on and run with an impact driver, but don't run it on top speed because you're gonna overload those attachments. Oh, I just realized I've got a little ding in it already. So the front here is rubberized and it has 9 LEDs, as you've already seen, pretty similar to the rubberized fronts that are on these two as well. But overall, this is a much better impact driver. Hopefully it stays running well, unlike this. This one's okay at the moment, but this is the third one of these. Had to get another one because the one that I was using in the video was crapping out. So this is a great little tool for getting into tight spaces, and it's got a heap of power for the size of it, but unreliable as anything. So hopefully this one is not only powerful, but stays functioning nicely, and it's going to be fun putting this up against every other brand of impact driver. Who wants to see it against Milwaukee and Metabo HPT, Hikoki, Makita? Oh, it's going to be fun. So there you go, that is the DCF860 18 volt brushless XR impact driver from DeWalt, and if you want to know, it's made in China. I'll be doing a lot more testing and reviews with this. This was just a quick one just to show you how powerful it is, basically. And we will hopefully look at it up against some other things and maybe check out some different settings and stuff later on. It doesn't have any fancy settings. It's basically just power, more power, or shitloads of power. But the torchlight setting is nice. Anyway, I'm just waffling now. Thanks for watching. See you later.